Welcome to the channel, friends. So today's video is going to be covering the LUX PRO P621U Programmable Thermostat. And I'm going to be covering the setup menu and the initial settings needed when you first install this device. So the very first thing you want to do is actually pop off the back cover and check the orientation of this jumper right here. So if you have it set to the right, it's going to be for gas or oil, and then if you have it set to the left, 2 pins, it's going to be electric or heat pump. And then hit this hardware reset button after you make that change. And also, if you have any dip switches here, some models will have dip switches, some don't. Also, to apply the changes, you will have to hit the hardware reset button to apply those changes to the thermostat. So very important. If you made some changes to these configurations here on the switches or the jumper, and you don't hit this button, it will not apply the changes to the thermostat, even though they're physically made on the switches. So very important. Let's go ahead and hit that. And it's going to reset the device, as you can see. And now we have to set our time. So let's do that really quickly. Switch over to daytime. Adjust your day and time using the next button and up and down. And then when you're done, go back to run. And the very next thing is going to be right in the same area. To access the menu, we're going to make sure that we're in the off position here and not in heating or cooling. So in the middle position, off. Now go ahead and hit and hold the emergency button until you get the actual setup menu. Okay, so we're going to have some options available to us. You can hit the next button to cycle through. It's going to be about 9 options. Yep, and then it goes right back to the same main screen. So let's go back in, hit that emergency button. Let's bring it back up. So this is going to be your clock format, 12 hours or 24. We want 12. Next. This is going to be your temperature scale, so Fahrenheit or Celsius. We want Fahrenheit, so next. Number 3 is going to be your format, so your thermostat type. So you have programmable thermostat, or you can default it to a manual style thermostat. So all you have to do is use 2 buttons to adjust the temperature, and that's it. No programming needed. We're going to click that back to programming. But that's also very handy if you wanted to go in straight 2-button format, manual mode, and avoid programming the device. But anyways, let's go to the next one. The next one is going to be your period quantity. So 4 periods per day or 2 periods per day. We're going to leave it at 4. The next one, number 5, is going to be your early recovery. Off or on is the option. So I'm going to leave it off. But essentially what early start or early recovery does is it just starts the thermostat earlier at the set point versus the exact set point you have it programmed. So let's go back in here. It timed out on us. So we're going to leave that early recovery off. The next one is going to be number 6, the system type or system mode. Your options are furnace or heat pump. So gas or oil is going to be a furnace. Heat pump is exactly that, if you have a heat pump or electricity. So we're going to leave it on furnace because I have gas. And next, number 7 is going to be delay time. This is how long it takes between on-off cycles. So your options are 2 minutes or 5 minutes. This will give your compressor some time to rest before it starts up next time around. It's wise to leave it at 5 minutes. So next one is number 8, and that is going to be your temperature swing. You have up to 9 available, I believe. Yep. So let's leave it on 1. So the temperature swing essentially is your cycles per hour. So You know, more cycle time, it can be more efficient, meaning it's gonna like go off and on more times per hour. You really don't want that because it beats the hell out of the compressor. Your typical cycles per hour would be like 3 to 5. You don't want your compressor going off and on too many times per hour. So I'm gonna leave that at 5 or something. That's a normal practical setting. So all right, so moving along to the very last one is going to be your 2-stage offset. This is going to be from 0 to 9. This essentially is the temperature for the second stage, the differential. It will determine the number of degrees from the set point will be required for the second heating stage to turn on. So whatever that differential is you want to set that to, you have the option from 0 to 9 degrees. And that's what that does. And that's all that's available. You have 9 options in this menu. And that covers the setup menu and also what's available on the backside of the thermostat. I also want to touch on how you adjust the filter settings. So you take your toggle switch and go to air filter. And as you can see here, it's going to give you a visual indicator of the percentage left. And it's at 90. So once you hit the next button, you can reset this to how many days you want. You can go up to 365 and then off if you want to completely shut it off. This is essentially a reminder for the air filter. So we're going to go back to 90. And this is the amount of days left. So if you were to say be on day number 2, 2 days left, and you wanted to reset it, you go ahead and hold down the up and down arrow, and it would reset it to 90. But since it's already set at 90, it's not going to reset, but you get my idea. If this was counting down, this basically resets the amount of days left. And then the next window here, the next screen, when you hit next, is the actual value of what you want to use as a counter. So let's go put that back to 90, hit next, and that's it. Go flick your switch back to run, and you're good to go. That just covers the filter settings. All right, guys, so that's going to be it for the video. If you have any other questions or comments when it comes to this thermostat, I have other videos available, such as the factory reset, the manual override, as well as the full programming. So I want to thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.